Well, get on me old booties. How's it going, guys? Today is Pimp My Pedalboard, episode 1. So, after the success of Pimp My Partscaster, I thought I'd do a new project, Pimp My Pedalboard. Basically, I'm going to get you guys to vote on all your kind of favourite effects, on what pedals you want to get. I'm going to build a pedalboard, and then I'm going to auction it off at the end, just like I did with the Partscaster. First question I asked about was what kind of effect we wanted. So did we want to go for a overdrive distortion, fuzz, modulation, so like a chorus or a flanger, etc., or a delay, reverb. The most popular one was distortion overdrive. I reached out to Joe from Hello Sailor and said, would you be interested in doing a drive pedal, an overdrive pedal for this pedalboard product? Now I'm going to pay him, not for free. Basically, we did a choice of like 4 of his main kind of pedals that he sells for drives. So they were Kossoff drive, which is like his take on getting like a Paul Kossoff kind of sounding drive. I think that's his more kind of amp-like. His other one was anchor drive, so like the nautical theme. The third one was a free range, which was I believe a mix of a Kossoff drive and a Rangemaster in a double pedal. You guys voted for the Rangemaster, which is really cool because it's pretty much like the original OG fucking distortion, not even distortion, it's more like a boost kind of, drive boost pedal. So one of the original OG circuits. So that's pretty cool that we're kind of starting at the beginning. He's known for putting these kind of cool designs on his pedals. So he gave me a bunch of fabrics and I selected those down to 4. And then we did a poll on what fabrics we wanted. And we came up with this super cool Rebel Star Wars themed fabric layer. I think it looks super cool, this one. Then we spoke about if we wanted a knob or a switch for the EQ here. You can see we've got a little switch to flip between the different EQ settings. And obviously we went for a switch and not a knob. And then the final one was the big one, really, was if we want to do germanium or silicon. And we ended up voting for the germanium, which is great because it's kind of like the traditional old school transistor that would have been in the pedal. So if this has actually got an NKT12 transistor, not the OC45. So it's a bit higher gain. It's actually Joe from Hello Sailor's favourite transistor, and he was saying, looks like Analog Man's going to sort of pump the price up a little bit, I think, by hyping it up soon. So we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, everyone loves the NKT275s. So this is an NKT12. Either way, it's got some cool stuff. It's got like a Sprague Bumblebee caps. It's got some like vintage Mojo parts. Everyone loves those old school little caps and transistors and stuff. So it's got some cool little vintage parts on it. And I think that was mainly it. Oh yeah, then we spoke about the knobs. So as you can see here, we've got the black chicken heads. So we had a few little knob options. So I did a poll on those as well. And I'm glad you chose the black chicken heads because they're my favourite. So we've ended up with a Rangemaster with the custom Star Wars Rebel fabric, germanium NKT12 transistor, 3-way EQ selection. Yeah, pretty cool. And I chucked on one of these cool Hello Sailor pedal buttons that he gave me with the amplifier, so just to finish it off nicely. So you'll see on the forums, people will tell you that, if you plug a treble booster Rangemaster into a transistor amp that's clean, that it sounds thin and tinny. Absolute bullshit. I've plugged this into my little Fender transistor amp that's dead clean and it sounds fucking great. So what I'll do is I'm going to plug it into a couple of different things. I'll plug it into my cheapo amp, and I'll plug it into the Filmer Sound vintage amp, tube amp that Joe made me as well. And we'll see how they sound. I'll use some single coils and some humbuckers so you can really get an idea of how they clean up as well. But yeah, certainly don't believe that forum hype where people tell you that these pedals sound shit into a clean transistor amp, because it's just not true. They sound fucking great into anything. So let's plug it in, see how it sounds, and yeah, let's check it out. So this is going into my Fender Mustang cheapo transistor amp, and it's so quiet in the room. It's not even as loud as an acoustic guitar. Middle pickup. Got it goosed, got it in the middle position. Let's turn it on. Sounds great, right? People say it sounds thin and tinny into a transistor. Sounds right to me. Amazing cleanup. My pot's a bit scratchy. Perfect pedal just to leave on all the time, right? Just volume on like 7, lovely clean tone. I mean, personally, I never need much more gain than that. Treble pickup. Neck. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's check out the switches. Top one's a bit warmer, right? The bottom one. It's definitely much warmer, that one. Not a huge difference between the bottom and the top one, but the middle and the top, but the bottom one's very heavy on the low end. Let's try it with humbuckers. So here's the middle position. Bit of a departure from the Telecaster. Same setting in the middle, fully goosed like when I first turned it on the Telecaster. Doesn't clean up like the single coils. Still stays quite dirty. If you turn it, it goes quite thin. So I would say it probably responds, if you're looking for cleanup, it definitely responds better to single coils. Still cleans up. It's pretty dirty. You don't get that nice glassy cleans that you get with the single coils. Right, let's plug in the, let's put it in the valve amp and see how it picks up with the valve amp instead. This is the amp. It's just on the edge of breakup. It's breaking up. But if I pick lightly, Okay, so that's our bass tone. Stick on the Rangemaster. It's not going to clean up because the amp's already distorted. Really pushes it over. Funky bite. That's fun. Really hear that honkiness through the valve amp more, I think. Let's try the different EQ settings. Satisfying. Yeah, I'm going to plug into the some humbuckers and see how those sound. It's pushing the outputs higher on it, so it's pushing the preamp a bit more. Let's put the pedal on. Tell you what, actually, it works really well with this because the guitar sound a bit woolly, a bit dark. Not anymore. It's got that mid-range honk. It's really cutting through. epic. That's pretty cool. So I will confess, with the humbuckers into the transistor amp, I wasn't feeling it as much, or I thought it was good, but I thought the single coils into the transistor amp, it sounded great, and I was like, why does everyone say it sounds thin and tinny, etc.? But the humbuckers into the valve amp, it sounds epic to me. Cool, guys, I hope you enjoyed the demo of the Hello Sailor Rangemaster here. As you can see, I mean, I think it sounds pretty epic. It's a great pedal. Certainly no doubts about that. So next up, I guess we'll be talking about, you know, what other pedals we want. Do we want some fuzz? Do we want some modulation? Do we want some reverb? Whatever. So I'm going to be holding some polls on my Instagram. I might have already started by the time you see this. So you probably already follow me on Instagram. If not, go follow me over there and you can keep up on what's going on with the Pedalboard. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that other stuff that all those douchebags tell you to do. See you later, me old booties.